What's going on, guys? Excuse me, I'm having another problem with my camera again. So if the video doesn't shoot right through, I might have to give it to you guys in pieces. But let me just go ahead with it. And if it cuts off, it cuts off. How's everybody doing? It's good to see you guys again. I got a few string of videos coming up for you guys. I want to shoot a video on, I got all the information for taxes and day trading in Jamaica. And it's looking good for you guys. I also want to do a video on Global Village, and Marshall McLuhan is a school that I went to, but there's a message behind the entire theme of the Global Village. So I want to do a video on that one. Millennial Money Management, same thing. I want to be able to drop a video for that one. I'm going to be enlightening you guys on the Flip app and how you're capable of just, when you go to the grocery store, saving, at the end of the year, it could add up to about thousands of dollars just by utilizing that app and price matching. Okay, it might seem a bit tedious, but trust me, Millennial Money Management, you'll be in the right place if you continue to watch those videos, okay? But for today's video, the 80-20 rule, right? And I think it's a cliche saying that a lot of people talk about in trading, and how it 80% psychology, 20% technical, right? And it's so funny how it's probably one of the biggest sayings, and a lot of the, I guess, gurus on YouTube probably would have said it at some point in time in one of their videos. But the one thing that scares me the most about a lot of these gurus who talk about how trading is 80% psychological and 20% technical is the fact that they don't stress mindfulness training as opposed to the actual chart training. Now, coming from somebody who's drilled charts in their head, I can understand how somebody who's infant to this or has just started trading would not think that training your mind is as important as training on the charts, right? And you probably have a idea of this, or you've caught wind of this, but at the end of the day, doing it is one thing, and actually, saying it is one thing and doing it is another, right? So when it comes down to it, what I'm noticing is a lot of people are stressing the strategy, stressing their setup, their entry, their indicator, but they're not actually going into learning themselves and figuring out how they tick. And why I'm saying this is like with anything in life, right? Like when you work on a computer, the more you work on the computer, the more efficient you become at the computer, right? You find tools, you figure things out about the computer that you once never knew. And if we live in a world where we spend most of our time working on everything else except ourselves, you're going to have a hard time using your tools or honing your tools in order to execute them better, so to speak, or to advance your life. So think of yourself as almost as if you're the tool. And the more you work on and study the tool, the better the tool will perform. Okay? People are very caught up in the idea that the physical tools, the indicators and the computer, all these nice things is what's going to make them a better trader. But it goes back to the 80-20 rule. So from here on out, for my videos personally, I want to focus more on the 80 part, because if it's more so, and even from what I am experienced in, if the 80 part is more significant, then that's what we all should be focused on. In a lot of the institutions, once they've trained their day traders to actually trade the charts, they focus more on keeping the day traders' minds sharp and clean, as opposed to actually teaching them a new strategy or teaching them how to perfect their entry. There's only so much you could learn when it comes to charts, right? Everything else just begins to repeat itself. And you'll begin to notice that with strategies that you hear about, all these little different things. So, guys, the mindfulness stage of trading is what's going to make you better and also better your lifestyle, right? When I dropped that Patreon video for you guys, the one that I shot before this, I'm in the same attire, different day. You guys are going to notice in that video, I touched topic on a lot of those things. But for you guys on YouTube, this is how I'm going to bring it to you. The 80-20 rule. So from now on, you're going to notice in a lot of the videos that I'm going to be shooting from here on out, the last thing I need to cover with you guys is my exponential moving averages. Once I cover the exponential moving averages, I honestly don't think I have much more to offer to you guys when it comes to charts. Where I'm going to be of aid is trying to better your lifestyle so that your trading gets better. Okay? That's what I am solely attempting to do mostly. Like, I've already trained myself and learned the skill of trading. The goal is now to increase my potential as a person and increase my lifestyle. All right? And how am I going to do that? By personally, I think, training my mind. And that's where the psychological part comes in, guys. Okay? So a lot of the books I've been reading lately, or the book that I've been reading lately specifically, that I've been sharing with my Patreon, is a really, really good book that I've already read, but I'm pulling a lot of good things from that book. And eventually I'm going to start uploading those videos onto YouTube for you guys. So just remember I said that. The gurus that you guys are watching, okay, and it's no shade. I'm not throwing any shade on these guys. It's the fact that they're not focused more on the mental part of your day trading as opposed to the physical part and the actual chart setups. You don't need all of that stuff, okay? These courses, a lot of day trading courses, should not be on charts and technical analysis. The courses should be geared towards training and continuing to help the day trader mentally, because that's where a lot of the obstacles are going to be faced, okay? Subconscious things that have been fueled through the gurus that you guys are watching. All these things are going to play a role in your day trading. So I'm going to keep this video short and sweet, but the 80-20 rule. Focus, guys, more on your psychology as opposed to your charts. Don't get too caught up in finding a perfect setup, finding this, finding that. You're going to go through this long, endless road trying to figure out what's wrong. And until you start to realize and succumb to the fact that it's you that's wrong, is when you're going to realize that the charts are the charts, numbers are numbers, they will repeat themselves, but humans are people of habit. We can make bad ones and repeat them. We can make good habits and still repeat them, right? A computer doesn't know good or bad habits. You tell it what to do and it executes. Imagine telling yourself what to do, but it doesn't want to do it all the time. I think it's the same concept, guys. Remember what I said. It's like a job, right? The more you go to work, the better you get at your job. The more you work on yourself, the better you get at knowing yourself and the better yourself performs, okay? The 80-20 rule. 80% psychology, 20% technical. Why are all the gurus feeding you just chart information? No. Every guru on YouTube, and starting from here on out for me, I'm going to ensure that I add some form of mindfulness to all these videos that I'm teaching, or all these videos that I'm putting out for you guys. Okay? God bless, and I'll catch you in the next one. 8 minutes.